Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan. Busting you back upside the head with another hot banger. We can go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love Urban. All right. So I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. I am your homie HerbMan. We're coming live from South Africa, live on TikTok, live on YouTube, you guys. Go get somewhere and get situated so that you can start to learn this information. All right. So, again, you guys, this is a free information station. All we do simply here is teach people how to heal themselves. And you cannot heal yourself unless you know thyself. So we teach you here about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to happiness, wholeness, and wellness. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please go tell somebody to go tell somebody that your homie HerbMan is on. And we're gonna get right into it. Once we get to 1,000 likes, I already got my water ready. Cause y'all know how I get when I get excited, and then my voice act like it want to get up out of here and go somewhere. So we can prepare. So keep tapping, and I'll keep talking, and let's get us done. Yes, sir. Let's get us there, okay? And once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get into the subject matter at hand. And please, you guys understand this is a free information station. You don't have to pay for anything that you hear here today. All you simply got to do is pay attention. And how we do that on the HerbMan Show is simply by double tapping that screen and getting us up to 100K during the live broadcast. I know we're on a little later today, but it's okay because some of y'all out there ain't got no job because y'all out there in government shutdown time. so we know you ain't got nothing to do but watch me, okay, for the most part, right? And so that's a good thing though, because sometimes things happen in our lives in order to be able to position us and to sit us down and to put us in a resting place. You know, the biggest things about health, let's make sure we're at 1,000 likes, okay? So do DIY healing. How can you do it yourself? DIY healing. How can I do it myself? The future of medicine is no medicine at all. Okay. So how can I do this myself? Well, first you got to understand movement. Okay. You got to understand movement. Okay. And that's going to equal to your dancing. Okay. Or your walking. Okay. You got to understand the value of keeping your body moving at all times. So you got to watch out for certain occupations that have you living in a sedentary life. It don't mean that you can't do those jobs. It just means that if you're going to do something like that and you know that that's unnatural to your human anatomy, then guess what? You're going to have to pay more attention to having to create movement throughout your day if you're going to just sit there all day. If your job requires you to sit there all day or sit in a truck or then you got to make more of a consciousness to make movement a part of your a part of your leisure time. Okay, a part of your leisure, you must do movement, dancing and walking. You ain't got to do nothing crazy. We'll show you guys once we get to 1,000 likes, 100,000 likes. We'll show you guys what this looks like. Okay, all right. So then the next thing after I move, what else should I do? After I move, I should make expression. Okay, expression a part of my life. Okay, so this is where you come in and you start to do your humming. Okay, you're singing, you're humming. Right, and this will increase your vagal tone, but also increase your voice within this particular paradigm. Okay, so movement is important. DIY healing, right? Do it yourself. How can I do it myself? Humming for expression. You need to express yourself. So therefore, this humming is going to be okay. It's okay to hum. Okay, all right. And then the next thing that you must understand that is very important. Okay. Now I'm going to put it as this, but it's very important, and that is going to be to hydrate. Okay. That is going to be to hydrate, right? That is going to be to hydrate. Now, a lot of times you think hydrate is I'm talking about drinking water, which is fine. You can do that too, but more or less I'm talking about tears. So crying, stuff like that, right? Tears can rehydrate the spirit, right? Once you get things out, it can rehydrate the spirit so that you'll be thirsty for new experiences. Some of these old things are in there, so you want to rehydrate the spirit, and a good cleansing mechanism to get out and eliminate some of the old stuff is tears. Okay, for the rehydration. Okay, and then last but not least, you must rest, and this rest is stillness. All right. Bonding also will hydrate you as well. All right. So movement is important, and you don't have to do a whole lot. This is very small movements and very small sports of time. I'm talking about 6 to 8 minutes of just moving your limbs and moving your hips and things of that nature. So again, once we get to 100K today, we're going to go back through it and show you guys again how to get in this DIY healing. And these things are producing something within your body that you don't even know. Okay, so when you do this movement right here, yes, it's producing endorphins. Okay, it's producing endorphins. Okay, you might get a little dopamine out of it. Okay, and then you also may get a little adrenaline out of movement. Okay, you may get a little adrenaline out of movement. All right. So here you're going to get your oxytocin with your expressions, right? You're singing and you're humming. You get your serotonin. Okay. And then also right here too, you can get your dopamine, right? From singing. All right. Tears. They're going to produce that oxytocin. That's serotonin. And the prolactin. Okay. Then rest is going to produce what? The melatonin, the serotonin. Okay. And then also you can put in here the prolactin as well. But then also here I can put in here the endocannabinoid for the movement. Okay, endocannabinoid. So you don't necessarily have to go out there and do anything to get uh high. All you got to do is move, and you'll start getting your natural high. Okay, these things will start to produce. All of this is medicine for your body, and you can do it in the most simple ways possible. Now, what we do here, okay, and this is what you guys got to understand and what you're going to hear here today. You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking. You guys, what we do here now, I got to erase this because I'm going somewhere. Okay, so I'm going somewhere. You guys, if you're missing anything, go to YouTube and it'll be uploaded as soon as we finish, as long as these folks don't mess with this video, okay? So what we're doing here with the owner's manual, all this information is in your owner's manual. If you are interested in your owner's manual, please DM us, we'll get you the information. All right, so you guess what? So now you got fire, okay? You got air. Let's make this bigger. I want to make this bigger so that everybody can see it. And I want to make this as understandable as possible with ancient understanding. Okay, you got fire, air, earth, water. Okay, you got fire, air, earth, and water. All right, now all of these things encompass so many different things that is not funny. First of all, I get my positives from this side, my negatives from this side. Okay, now I know that fire is about my mental, air is about, what's up, man? Physical. Water is about the emotional. And water is about the emotional. Okay. So now I got that down pat. Okay. Now I also, because of this as well, and understanding as well, I also know that laughter I know that singing. I know that dancing. And I know that crying produces these. Now I also know that what else we got? We know that the color of the food, right? So we know that the fire element is going to be the blues and purples and the yellows and oranges, right? So now I know the color of foods. So I got food colors in here. Okay. I got herbs in here, right? So let's put herbs for each category. The food colors for each category. Um, what else we got? So we got the herbs, we got the food colors, we got okay, then we also got the nature-based interventions, right? So then I know how much sun, outdoors, outdoor air. We know about how much time you want to spend in the forest or grounding. We know about how much natural spring water, right? Or water sources, okay? Now, all of this information, we're going to keep on going, but all this information is coming from your birthday, okay? All this information is coming from your birthday, okay? So far we got departments of life. We got trans states of being. We got our herbs that everything knows. Got our food colors in there. We got our what we call nature-based interventions. All of this coming out of your owner's manual, okay? So we're putting all this together. Now let's keep on going. I got to give me a little bit more room. So we're going to keep on going with the information so that you can understand why you're getting the best health assessment on the planet. It really should go with modern medicine, but if modern medicine don't want to welcome it, then we got to go with ourselves. Now, you got this government shutdown. You got people who are struggling, people who don't have money for health care, insurance, all this type of stuff. This makes it easier for Rico them. It makes it easier for the most difficult of us. It makes it more simple. It's more affordable. It's more effective than even medication itself. And on top of that, if you ain't got no money to go nowhere, you still get sick, cold, flu, you still get issues. You need to be able to know how to heal yourself. And the owner's manual will give you that opportunity to know how to do that at ease, okay? With ease, because you'll know thyself and know exactly what you need in that particular thing. So when you get that, that means that I'm getting everything. I'm getting the negatives, I'm getting the positives out of the foods, out of the herbs. Remember, 2 positive, 2 negatives. I'm getting all of that. Also, what you can also get out of this too is understanding these things, right? So, okay, so then that's masculine, that's masculine, that's feminine, that's feminine. And it don't mean that these are women and men. These are energies, and they're telling us about the polarity. Okay, so now we understand that. Okay, so then what's fire and air? So then we know fire and air is going to equal what? Temperature. Temperature. Earth and water is going to equal what? This is requirement. Environment. Okay, off the rip. Okay, fire and air. We also know that this is going to be more of an introvert. Air is extrovert. Earth is introvert. Water is extrovert. Are there exceptions to the rule? Yes, because we're made in combinations of things. Okay, that's what makes us different model of human beings from back then and right now. And why you call it the modern human? Because you're a different model. Okay, so we're all different models because we all have different mixology, different makeup. Okay, so you can be all kinds of stuff. This is just the baseline, but again, because you can be all stuff, it's gonna give me a little bit of introvert, extrovert, and it's just all about what you add up to be. What is your results coming from your birthday? Okay, so it's telling me a lot about you already. Okay, it's telling me a lot about you guys already. So now when I'm getting this information, then we can just keep on going. Okay, so we know that the four pillars of life is what? Carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, and hydrogen, right? So you can put these in here too. Okay, so fire is going to be your nitrogen. All right, air is going to be your oxygen. Earth is going to be your carbon. Water is going to be your hydrogen. Okay, so we can keep going all the way down into the science of everything, and we can keep showing you how with your birthday we can start to understand different things about your life. Okay, so it goes deep down into the thickens of things. This stuff don't miss anything. It's holistic. Okay, it's holistic. If I know about your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, and your physical, then I kind of got a grip of who you are. Okay, and so then we start to shed light on tendencies and start to be able to understand and unearth certain things that could be embedded that you may not necessarily know about or have discovered within you yet. So remember that the best tool of a teacher is to get the student to birth their own gift. Not, I don't want you to mimic me as the teacher, and the teacher should not be trying to emphasize its articulation, but it should be more importantly delved into the understanding of how can I get the child to birth the gift that's within them. So you have a gift that's within you that's coming up within this particular, I would say, mixology of things, and it makes you unique for who you really are. And a lot of folks don't know that about none of us. So sometimes we're going to people and we're getting generic medications and generic understandings of things that some of us, you can't you can't have everybody in the class. There's some people slow. There's some people quicker on what you're trying to push out there. And you got to know the difference between the two. Okay? You got to know the difference between the two. So therefore, we understand that polarity is everything, right? And so that's why we encourage fire to water and air to earth, right? Because of the polarity, it creates the charge. And that what happens is a lot of times we're doing some of the same things. So let's say this person right here, that's a fire sign, love dancing. A fire sign love to laugh, right? Air signs love to sing, love music, okay? Earth signs love to dance, love music as well, but in a different way. Love to move the body. It's all about moving the body, okay? The water sign, love emotional things, right? Love to go to the movies and drama and things of that nature, but also love the body as well, but more touch. Okay, so you see that it's all about the body, but just in different ways. Okay, so what we have to do is get our day intact to where we can get a little bit of this fire, this air, this earth, and this water every day so that you will not lose your balance, so that you will not lose your connection with the land. Okay, and so how this looks like is about 4 hours. Okay, of sun. You need about 4 hours of fire. Okay. While you're outside doing that 4 hours, you might as well get the 4 hours of the air time. Okay. This is 4 hours of sun time. Okay. Now also, and then also while you out there getting your air time, you're going to be singing or humming. Okay. Now, while you out there in the sun for 4 hours singing and humming, you also are going to be grounded barefoot. Do it all at once on the soil. Make sure you're on organic soil, okay? Or you're on a wood floor, or you're on granite, some kind of organic material, okay? Right? And then last but not least, obviously, you're going to hydrate. So I put that up there. You got to hydrate with natural spring water or well water. But then we also want you to make sure that you're doing some kind of bonding. Okay? Some kind of bonding. Now you say, well, what if I ain't got nobody? Thank you for asking, okay? Because if you ain't got nobody, right after you do this for 4 hours, okay? Now, perfectly, I want you to try to do it for 40 minutes a day. Okay, so you'll do 8 minutes of this, 8 minutes of this, 8 minutes here, and 8 minutes here. Okay, and then you also going to do 8 minutes of rest. Okay, now after you do 8 minutes of this thing, you want to do 8 minutes. After you do 8 minutes of laughter, right? After you do 8 minutes of laughter, you want to do 8 minutes holding the belly, the digestive fire. Okay. After you do your 8 minutes of laughter, you want to do 8 minutes of quietness, holding the belly for 8 minutes in the sun. Okay. While after you laugh, you want to hum. You're going to do 8 minutes of humming. After you do the 8 minutes of humming, you're going to do what? Be quiet for 8 minutes, right? Because we're using our vocal, our voice, the voice of truth. So we're going to do 8 minutes of quietness. Okay? So you did 8 minutes holding your belly from the laughter. After the humming, you do 8 minutes of quietness, stillness. Okay? Then you're going to go into the grounding. You're already there on the grounding. You already just went through 16 minutes thus far of grounding, right? So then, but right here, what we're doing is when we start to ground here, now we're going to actually pay attention to the grounding, and we're just going to rock back and forth, left and right, while we're doing our humming, if you want to keep on doing that. If not, you can stop right here and just focus on the grounding. The grounding is just the left and right motion, barefoot on the soil. Okay? Barefoot on the soil, a left and right motion. Okay? You're trying to get in rhythm in all these things. A laughter is a rhythm. A hum should be in rhythm. So you shouldn't just be, no, get in rhythm. Get a little rhythm, okay? Rhythm and a little flow. And that's why you can combine everything other than the laughter here. And then next thing you know, you got to, right? You getting this thing, start to calm you down. Now, obviously, after that, you're going into the bonding. So when you're going into the bonding right here, obviously we can drinking our water, we got to do, but we're going to do this also, and we're going to hold our heart. Okay. If you want to cry here, that's fine. You can cut on some music that can bring this particular type of emotion. If that's what you're feeling, you can create that environment for these emotions. If you just want to think of how good life has been for you and cry tears of joy, that is encouraged as well. Tears of sorrow, tears of joy, create the moment and get into that particular emotion. A lot of us need to release this way, and we don't. And here's the thing, this is probably the most healthiest way because it's producing the oxytocin, it's producing the serotonin and the prolactin, okay, from the bonding, right? But if you can't do that, then I want you to hold your belly and your heart, okay? Hold your belly and your heart during this 8 moments of bonding. And so you're hugging yourself, okay? Holding your heart and your belly, you're holding yourself for 8 minutes, right? And my thing to you is that this is 40 minutes. You can do this before you go to work. You can do this before you brush your teeth, before you do anything, okay? And this could just be the family way of being able to wake up in the morning and get started on their day, okay? 40 minutes of laughter induced, or you can be fun. Somebody can be funny now. Somebody want to, y'all know how he is. Somebody mess around here and poop or something. Hey, there you go. Let's get it. That's the laughter, right? So if you can find it, fine. If you got to force it, fine. Because quite naturally, your laughter will catch on eventually. Because you're going to be thinking about yourself, sounding stupid, acting stupid. You're going to really start laughing at yourself. So laughter just comes in naturally, right? And that's going to be okay because what we're trying to do is as a family unit, if you start to laugh together, now we start to get off into the spurts of gamma. As a family, if you start to hum together, right? And so we get a little rhythm of humming, and then everybody starts to hum. And this is what you will get in our retreat, you guys, okay? When you start to come to our retreat, We're going to give you the right herbs from your birthday. We're going to give you the right foods from your birthday. And then we're all going to be doing these things together cohesively. Okay, these are going to be very fun activities. We're going to create the experience for you to dance and for you to laugh and for you to sing and for you to cry. Okay, we're going to create these experiences because we need for you to release. Okay, and so a retreat is about an experience of releasing. Okay, and so that's what my retreat is going to be about, is a release center. We're releasing you out of the wilderness. We're releasing you from the diseases. We're releasing you from the heartache. We're releasing you from the pain. And we're showing you simplistic ways that you can take back home and don't have to worry about spending a fortune on keeping my herbs or my program or somebody else's thing in their medications and program. I got to keep buying from them. No, we're going to show you simplistic things here on live as well as at our retreat. And the good thing is we get to do it together. And so once you guys get to 100K and we all want to do that every day we come on live, we can do this together. And we can start bringing in masses and masses of people to start humming together. We'll blow this goddamn social media up. You ever seen something that got so much stuff that it just went down? It just went down, right? You ever seen one of these jokers on here that these food critics, they go over to somebody's restaurant and y'all just done ate up all them folk food. They got to close down. See, because so there's a vibration that we can provide. We can provide an electromagnetic charge that'll short circuit social media, the network, the internet, and electricity, the electrical plants, and everything else through vibratory sensory. And you ain't even ate yet. You ain't even ate yet, okay? So now we understand that this is a 40-minute process with an 8-minute rest of each one of these to allow you to understand how to do these. And then obviously once you get finished, you should go and get you some water or some stillness and just be able to just kind of journal and write down what it is that you feel after you do these things. Now, how many of you guys have actually started this process already? I've been teaching this for about 2 or 3 days now, but how many of you guys have actually started this process or even know about this process way before we even come up with it to understand exactly what these things can do for you? These little simple things that I'm telling y'all about for this little 6 to 8 minutes, and it will change the trajectory of your life. I'm telling you, it will change the trajectory of your life, you guys. All right. You guys keep tapping out, keep talking, you guys. You guys keep tapping out, keep talking. Let's get us up to 100K. What is it? Healing. Okay. What is it? Is healing. So we're teaching people how to heal themselves. I knew about it, but it has been slowly implementing it. Okay. We'll just start to create more and more time in your day for more outside activities that are going to be exclusive with you just vibing with you. That's all this is, right? And most of this stuff you're doing it with your eyes closed. So it's just you vibing with you. It's just you vibing with you. First day in, welcome to the HerbMan Show. We teach people how to heal themselves, okay? That's what we do here. All we utilize is your birthday to do that. We don't need time. We don't need location. We don't need a blood type, blood sample, hair sample, stool sample, urine sample. We don't need to prick you, poke you, or prod you. It's non-invasive, non-intrusive. We don't need no bioresonance machine. I got one of those. This is better than that. We don't need no iridology. I know how to do iridology, and I also got one of those iridology machines as well. All this stuff costs thousands of dollars. So I got all this equipment, and it ain't better than this, okay? So you're talking to somebody that got their own herb shop that did all the little fundamental stuff of being in the community, ordering all this equipment and shit so you could be a holistic practitioner in your street and block. I did that, done that, okay? That ain't better than this. So you're talking to somebody that's walked the walk and talked the talk within their community with all these little gadgets. And we know that those things can help you as far as assessments, but they're not better than this. And on top of that, when you're doing this type of programming, you must understand there's no panacea product, but there is a panacea program. We just happen to tap into what that looks like from a nature-based intervention thing. I took the time to look you up. Thank you, Love That Scrub. Thank you for looking me up. Appreciate you being here. I don't know why they didn't show that. Okay. What's up, Scuba Steve? All right. We don't do birthdays, you guys, until we get to 100K. Okay. I appreciate the love, but we don't do birthdays until we get to 100K. I was just diagnosed with secondary high. That ain't nothing, bro. Okay. Again, you do these things that bring that down automatically. What's one of the biggest things for blood pressure? Anybody know? Okay, they're selling the product here on social media, right? So one of the biggest things with high blood pressure, first of all, is going to be anxiety. Okay, anxiety is one of the biggest influencers of high blood pressure. Anxiety, right? So off the rip right here, we need to understand that. Another one is obstruction. Okay, for the most part, it's anxiety and obstruction. Either you're worried about something, stressed about something, putting your blood pressure up there, or you got some kind of blockage, some kind of obstruction. These are fundamentally the primary two reasons for anybody to have an obstruction. Okay, I mean for anybody to have high blood pressure. Now, how do you move obstruction? Pretty easy. How do you move obstruction for the most part is that you got to figure out what is obstructing it, right? So when you go to the doctor, they give you things called ACE inhibitors. All right? They're going to give you some ACE inhibitors. They may give you some vasodilators. They may give you some, what else they got in now? They may give you some beta blockers. Right? They may give you some calcium blockers. Okay, what else they can give you? And they may give you some diuretics. These are all the medications they're going to give you for blood pressure. Diuretic, ACE inhibitor, vasodilator, beta blocker, or calcium blocker. That's what they're going to give y'all when y'all go to the thing. So as you can see, these are blockers, okay? And then as you can see, these things are opening up the blood vessels. And then you got some stuff in there trying to get things out via the urinary system, okay? And then you got stuff in there that is also trying to handle any kind of other issues that may be happening with the blood vessels, okay? So now, when you look at that combination of medication, then you understand that none of them is dealing with anxiety. None of those medications I just showed you is dealing with anxiety. So one of the biggest things that they showing y'all here on social media is about nitric oxide, right? Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, okay? One of the biggest herbs that I utilize in my high blood pressure blends is hawthorn berry. Hawthorn berry and cayenne pepper are going to be vasodilators, okay? So the big thing about hawthorn berry is that it is a vasodilator. Well, the big thing about nitric oxide is that so now how do you get nitric oxide? Through humming. So you ain't even got to even come and get no hawthorn berry. You ain't got to go over there and get no losartan and all these other things that they got going on, because all you got to do is do some humming. But you think you look stupid humming. You actually look stupid popping the pills. You think you look stupid humming, but you actually look stupid spending all that money on these herbalists. Like they worth it. Like they know something that you don't know. You actually look stupid because you're ignorant to how much this shit really costs. You think you're going to look stupid humming, but I'm saying to you, you look more stupid and ignorant because you spending for some shit you ain't got to spend for. I'm going to be the first one to tell you. Okay? I laugh whenever you laugh. There you go. Humming calm you down. Yes, it does. Yeah. But my point is though, you think you're going to be looking stupid standing outside humming for 6 to 8 minutes. But your ass looks stupid with all them high blood pressure medication pills. Your ass looks stupid taking this for the rest of your life. Your ass looks stupid not knowing that this shit really for free and you paying for it. You look stupid being ignorant of it being free. And you thinking you look stupid humming. Come on, somebody. Y'all better tell somebody. Okay? So that's what we're teaching you in your owner's manual. Okay? This is the education you getting. All right? So thank you for the high blood pressure coming. Anybody else got anything else that they want to know? Okay? And so again, now we just gave you a remedy to do. So now you're going to go outside and hum for 6 to 8 minutes and watch you control your blood pressure. But look, that's also an air sign. So I don't know, love that scrub. What's your sign? Watch this, y'all. Watch this now. Watch this. Love that scrub. What's your sign? Gratitude, HerbMan. Love that scrub.com. What's your zodiac sign? This shit here, man. You can't make this up. What's going on, D Beyond? What's happening? What's happening? Yo, good people. That's it. What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? Been humming unconsciously. Shadid say he over there goddamn humming. He done goddamn made a damn you done made a humming album over there. Okay. What's going on, Deep Beyond, man? We on here teach people how to heal themselves, brother. That's what we doing. Okay. That's what we doing. Okay, a Pisces. So you're already one that likes bonding. Okay, you're already a person that loves bonding. You're already a person that loves cuddling. You're already a person that loves the emotional side of things, and that's a good thing because you're able to release that way. But adding this humming right here to kind of help us with that issue. And if you got anything else going on, we can also tell you all the other things that you can do. If you need more information, please go over there to the DM and DM me, and we'll get you the information that you need for your owners, man. Look, you get all this information that I'm teaching y'all every day for a funky measly $50. Okay. Yes, sir. D Beyond. What's happening? All right. So now that we understand all the information that's coming in, so now you get to understand about the birthday and why it's so good. Okay. And I'm telling you again, you got all this stuff, all these things is giving us all of these things, nature-based foods, herbs. Also, we can go with tendencies as well, because here's the thing. Now, watch these diseases. Okay, fire sign. Okay, fire sign. Now we're finna go with diseases. The fire sign is going to have these three right here: circulation, central nervous system issues, and muscles. And I'm gonna say organs for the most part, right? Muscles and organs. The air element. The air element is going to come in and be talking about respiratory. I like to put the excretory system here. Some people else have it elsewhere, but I put it in the air element as well. Okay. And then here we're going to say immunity. The earth is going to be about digestion. The skeletal system. What am I missing here? Okay, and then the endocrine system is in the earth. That's for me. Some people are doing it different. This is my way. That's why I'm accurate this way. Okay. And then your other one is going to be your skin, which is called the integumentary. The reproductive. And the lymphatic. Okay. So again, from your birthday, now we know all of these things as well. Okay. From a chakra standpoint, the chakras, the fire is the 9. The 8 and the 3 chakra. The air is the 4. The 6. The 4 and the 6. The earth is going to be the 1 and the 5. The water is going to be the 2 and the 7. Okay? So now we got chakras. So we getting everything in with your birthday. Now when we know chakras, now we also know, now when we know positive and negative and stuff like this, now we know yin and yang. Y'all watch this. I'm just teaching y'all the system. Now we know yin and yang. So everybody want to learn the system, but you got to watch and see. Now we know yin and yang. How did he know yin and yang? So once we know yin and yang, now we also know where the problem is going to be in your body. You can tell us what side of the body. Yes, it's in your owner's manual. Everybody get their owner's manual, see that we do this as well. So how do you know this? Because of the positives and the negatives here. Okay. So if your birthday gives you a paradigm to where you have more element than the other, then it's going to require you to, then you're going to have a yang. So the positives here together would be the yang, okay, which is the masculine energies. The feminines together is the yins or the yin, okay, which is the feminine energy. Now all we do is understand if it's excessive yin or deficient yin. Okay, if it's deficient yin, it's going to be nutrition problem. If you have deficient yin, it's because of nutrition, and it's going to affect your lower left side of your body. Ain't nobody teaching y'all this, bro. So it's being recorded. So it's going to be on YouTube. Okay. If you have excessive yin, okay, if you have excessive yin, then that's going to refer to you having excessive wind and air in the body. And then that's going to deal with your upper right. You got lower left, upper right. If you have excessive yang, that's going to deal with your lower right side of the body. Okay. And this means that you got too much heat coming into the body. If you have deficient yang, this is going to mess with your upper left side of the body. And this means that you have a psychological or physiological underfunction of an organ up there in that area. This shit ain't rocket science. Y'all ask me how I know what I know, but y'all got to see that your boy know a lot that I'm just not showing you. But it's all in what we're doing. So I got Chinese, I got Ayurvedic. Okay. You say, well, what's Ayurvedic? The Kapha, the Pitta, and the Vata are all coming from the fire, air, earth, and water. Okay. Kapha, Pitta, and Vata are also found in fire, air, earth, and water, the four elements. Okay, so we're using all of the stuff to get you the information that you need. And the bottom line is that modern technology can't beat this because it doesn't provide enough information to know why somebody did something. You may know what's wrong in the immediate, in the acute situation. You know what's wrong with the knee, but you don't know why they hurt their knee. You just know that the knee hurt. And that's the difference from modern medicine to ancient medicine. The modern medicine is going to know what's hurting, but they'll never know why. And it is in the why that you can stop the hurt and the pain from coming in the future. Because if you can't stop the why, then the child gonna keep falling off the bike until you teach the baby how to ride the bike. You worried about the scars from bike riding. I'm telling you, worry about the teaching of bike riding. And the faster you can teach them, the faster they can learn, the less falls they will have. How do you lessen the falls? By uh, um, expounding more on the teaching. Okay? It's not about the band-aids. The band-aids don't lessen the falls. Okay? So now all of this, we can still keep going. Okay? We can still keep going, man. But all of this is in your birthday. All of this stuff is in your birthday. Okay? And so then you're looking at things like life lessons. Okay? How sometimes drama can be a life lesson. Right? From the fire. Okay? The Aries. Right? Leo can come in there and say, show your heart. Fire sign, okay? And then Sagittarius can come in now and tell you to what Sagittarius are to is to show more passion, right? Show the passion, right? These are the life lessons that we get out of your birthday, okay? And then the air signs, Gemini comes in and then tells you to do what? Relax. Okay, the life lessons. Okay, and then what's the next air sign you got here is Libra, comes in and teaches you about peace. Okay, and then Aquarius comes in and says show the mind. Okay, life lessons. And then the earth sign Taurus comes in and says see the beauty. All right. And then you have Virgo that comes in and says, be restrictive, have boundaries. Okay. And then you'll say Capricorn that comes in and say, shake things up a little. Okay. And then you'll have the water signs like Cancer comes in and say, keep things together. These are your life lessons. You get all of this out of your reading for a measly $50. And then you have what's the next water sign that we got here after Cancer? You got Scorpio comes in and says, see the ugliness. Okay. And then you'll have Pisces comes in and says, let loose. Okay. And what you'll see is that these are opposites, right? So as a fire sign, this would be Aries. The opposite of Aries is what? The opposite of Aries, if you look at this thing, then the opposite of Aries, well, if that's a fire sign, it would be a water sign, right? So then you would say the opposite of Aries would be a Cancer, okay? The opposite of Aries would be a Cancer, but here the opposite of Aries is the Libra, okay? So drama, then you do some peace. You show your heart, then you show your mind. Sometimes it's okay to be passionate, then sometimes you need to relax. You can see the beauty. Sometimes you see the ugliness. You can be restrictive. Sometimes you need to let loose. You need to shake things up. Sometimes you need to keep things together. The life lessons, the 12 life disciplines. All of this information, I'm just breaking it down to you for YouTube and for people to go back over and over and over again for you to be able to understand that all the information is hidden in your birthday. It's in your birthday, okay? Is when you came into the paradigm. And there is a secret understanding that you don't know, okay? People, they are watching people coming into the paradigm. They know who's who. I knew I had to get the hell on away from America because I know who I am before they do, okay? But guess what? I escaped somewhere where they're going to do the same thing over here too. So there is nowhere to run, and that's fine to me because you do what you got to do despite, right? But at the end, because I'm a soldier in the army, I always been. But in the end of the day, you still want to be able to give over what you know is real, okay? Regardless if I can run or not. In the interim, I got to do what I'm supposed to do. And that show you the simplicity of healing yourself. The only reason you guys are sick and not being able to re-energize is because you're not going outdoors enough, okay? And then some of you guys are outdoors too much, okay? And you're fluctuating. Remember, it's balance. And you must have this steady balance of things that you need to do. It's not for you to be great at one or two of these things. It's for you to be balanced at all four. Some of us are coming into the paradigm very intelligent, okay? Very intelligent. Fire signs. Okay. Intellectual. Air signs. Okay. Analytical. Earth signs. Okay. Intuitive. Water signs. Okay. Intelligent, intellectual, analytical, intuitive. Some of us are coming in here being very good at a few of these, but we're not balanced at none of these. So you may come in here to where you 9 and 3 and 4 and 5, right? But if you got 4 elements and we got 16 planetary energies, if you do the math, 4 divided by 16 is going to be a median number of 4. Okay, so if I got 16 planetary energies, right? So you got 12 zodiacs, then you got well, these are not planetary energies, but you got the 9 planets plus Chiron and the North Node and all these other aspects that you don't know nothing about that'll come up to 16. Okay, especially if you get somebody your time and location, it'll be 16 planetary energies that are playing and influencing your life. Okay, 4 elements divided by 16 is going to give you a median number of 4. If you don't have the time doing natal chart reading, then you're only going to have 12 planetary elements because the time gives you the other 4. So you only got 12 elements playing a role when you don't have time. You got 16 playing a role when you do have time. All right. Now we don't necessarily need time with what I do. Okay. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get you to see is that 12 divided by 4, 4 divided by 12, however you want to do it, that's going to make the median number 3. So it regardless if the median number was 4 or 3, you see I'm too excessive here. I'm too excessive here. I'm too deficient here, and I'm only good and balanced in one area. So for most of us, it's about finding this balance. For most of us, it's about finding this rhythmic balance. For most of us, it's about understanding this rhythmic flow. For most of us, it's about understanding this thing because you'll get content with being smart as hell. And you'll get content with being intuitive than a motherfucker. And you won't even work on your intellectual or analytical skills. You won't work on your air, your spirit, or your earth, or your body. That's the reason why you want to be balanced at all 4. Some of you guys will come in and get content with being smart as hell and then having a fucked up body. You get content with being spiritual as hell, but then having a fucked up mind. You understand me? So what I'm trying to get you to see is that the goal is not to be content with the imbalance, is to be purposeful and intentful with the balance. Jared Collins said tears, right? So yeah, so that's what it is, you guys. So again, you get all of this in your owner's manual, man. We're starting to make these owner's manual action packed. Okay, if you want to upgrade, become a member. Become a member for only $4 a month. We'll upgrade. We'll read your lab work. We'll do all your blood work for you. We'll be your health advocate for you. All of that for $4 a month. Okay, $4 a month, you get your upgrade. So people who are asking me about upgrades, you got to become a member now. Ain't no just doing it for free no more. Okay, it's 2 minutes I done did. So just come in, pay your $4, get your upgrade, and keep your life moving on and on and on and on. All right. So this is all what you get in your owner's manual. You guys, if you're interested in that, please DM us. Do we got any questions before I move forward? Anybody got questions about why this works or why it won't work? Anybody got any questions about why this works or why it don't work? So when does one know when to show which discipline? Okay. So how or when does one know when to show which discipline? Well, that's going to be on how well you begin to start learning yourself, okay? Because I can't quantify that for you. It's about you learning yourself and knowing which skill to do when, okay? So at the end of the day, when should you be fiery? During a watery situation. When should you be watery? During a fiery situation. So what that means, when somebody comes in, when your situation is getting too fiery, okay, you know what that means. Then what you got to do is water it and put it out, okay, with the right emotion, because water is an emotion, okay? So when somebody come in with a fiery head or fiery mind or fiery mentality, you want to show the emotion that can water that fire out. It's all about the environmental stimuli. When the environmental stimuli show me a fiery mind, he coming in here hot-headed, you mad today, you hot-headed today, husband, you hot-headed today, co-worker, manager, boss, you hot-headed, I'm going to respond to you by putting your fire out, by showing you care and sympathy and empathy in the way that you ain't ready for. I'm going to put your little fire out. That's how you do this. Okay? When somebody comes into you and they're a little airheaded, okay? Airheaded all over. So, you got hot-headed right here. You got airheaded right here. The earth signs are going to be hard-headed. Okay? You see how we going? You got hot-headed, airheaded, hard-headed, and then we're going to go, I don't know what we're going to put for water, but y'all come up with one for water. Okay? So now you understand that when I get a hot-headed person, then I must use my soft head or whatever you want to say. I don't want to, hey, look here, we got to do something to what TikTok don't think we talking about nothing else. Okay? All right? You said the crybabies over here? Okay, but still, How you going to solve the hot-headedness? How you going to solve the hot-headedness, right? So you got to have the calm head, right? We'll say the calm head. I'm going to say the calm head. Okay? So hot-headed, you solve it with calm-headed. Air-headed, you got to be a little hard-headed with them. And then with hard-headed, you got to be a little air-headed with them. Because you need to be able to move the hard head from its stubborn points of view. And then sometimes you need to sit this air-headed ass person down and ground them before they fly off the Richter scale with all this information. So then you're knowing how to use your tools based on what your perceptions are. And you'll start to perceive people. If you start to understand characteristics, you'll start to know they sign way before. You know what I'm saying? Way before. Okay? Way before. All right? You understand that, Queen G Ma? Do I need to go down the road a little bit more? Once you start really realizing the rhythm of it and you start to understand things, okay, you'll be able to pick up and discern a little bit more about what it is that you need to do. Right? Calm-headed is valid. It could mean calm when action is needed. Yeah, just calm-headed, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they could be too calm. Sometimes, again, it's all about, do you know how to give the opposite of the environmental stimuli? But you're going to have us walking around here like superhero. Bro, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. You see what I'm saying? Because, see, I told you guys, you know, I done broke out of jail. But when you break out of jail and everybody's in jail, you out here living in the world with no companionship, no bonding, no belonging. Everybody was in the jail. So you know what I'm gonna do? Shit, I'll take my ass back to jail. So we got to go together, because otherwise I don't want to be out here alone. I'd rather be in prison in the matrix with you. So either we gonna break out together, or fuck it. Let's just say that we are part of the paradigm that could not figure out how to break through the veil. And we're the smartest, we're the most spiritual, we're the most sensual, we're the most ready. But at the same time, we don't know the mechanisms of the body, or not the body, but the mind well enough to break consciousness free. Your consciousness want to be free. It does not want to continue to die body after body after body after body. But in order for your consciousness to live forever, you must figure out how to get the body to go to everlasting. If you're realizing what I'm doing for you and providing you singing and humming, laughter, okay, bonding, crying tears of joy instead of tears of sorrow, okay, dancing, all of these things are showing your appreciation for the paradigm in which you live in. That's what you're missing, and it's causing the separation between you getting in through the veil. A lot of us are coming in claiming to know a deity above when we have done the deity in which we live in the wrong way. You don't give a damn about earth, but you say you love God. You don't even know fucking earth, but you say you love God. So how are you going to love God when you don't love the creation in which God created? So the emphasis is on understanding the creation better, showing that love by showing that interest. Are you interested in yourself? Or are you just trying to become something else? You're interested in somebody else. Y'all watching me right now. I ain't watching y'all. But when I'm on the goddamn TV screen, all I see is myself. All I'm talking to on here is myself. Y'all writing down there, but I don't see none of y'all. All I see is me looking back at me. So just like I'm talking into the mirror, teaching, raising, growing, and developing myself, as I yet get it, I yet give it to myself. The audience is in behind the mirror. I can't see y'all. So we got to learn how to pep ourselves up, show ourselves the interest that we're so deserving. And then we can start putting these pieces of the puzzle together. So I just painted you the puzzle of damn near everything, you guys, okay? Of damn near everything. DIY healing, okay? We got all the information that you need to do this, all right? We got herbs from all across the world. All right, let me show y'all this real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. How everybody day is doing? Hopefully, everybody doing pretty good out there in social media land. All right, let's see what we got right here, man. They want us to play these little TikTok games, YouTube. Y'all know how they do. YouTube, if y'all got questions, man, or concerns, please put them in the chat. Just came from it. Don't mind me. Wow, you can tell a lot. Yeah, man, you can tell a lot with that birthday, bro. It's everything, bro. I promise to God to you, it's everything, bro. Everything. I put that on everything I love. Okay. So yes, so we got the Western herbs, you guys. I know y'all can't see this, but we got the Western herbs. All right. So if you're anywhere that you can't get the herbs that we're recommending in your owner's manual, we can also devise a plan for you where you are. Okay. So if you're in Asia and you like the Tibetan Asian herbs and all that type of stuff, we can get you those. Okay. So that's just a little bit of what we do. All of this again is about the 4 elements. Okay. So you got the cell salts. Okay. We know the cell salts. And as you can see, you got elecampane and valerian and skullcap and all these different herbs is what you will get in your owner's manual. Okay. If you're in America. All right. If you're not in America, let's see what else we got. Okay, so this is the homeopathic herbs, all right? So the homeopathic, if you guys like homeopathic stuff, we can put something together for you with those as well. Let's keep it moving. I mean, bro, we done did the research, man. It took years and years of this shit. If you're down there in the Caribbeans, okay, Grenada, Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, Trinidad and Barbados, and all these places. And if you're down there in South America, right, and you're looking at herb like jackass bitters and balsam leaf and balsam bark. If you're looking at herbs like man's vine and all these types of things, okay, cerasee and all that type of stuff. If you can't come from Jamaica, we can bring Jamaica to you with your herbs. All right. So we can put all of that in there. Yeah, now you can't see it on YouTube, you guys. I don't have these to put on YouTube, okay? All right. I don't have them to put on YouTube. All right, what else we got? There go your Ayurvedic herbs. So if you're into the Indian herbs, okay, the Ayurvedic herbs, the yogic herbs, stuff like that. We can also, so if you're in India, but you want to do this for me, we can get you the herbs that you need in your area, okay? Or anywhere over there. Myanmar, anywhere. We can get you what you need over there. What else we got here, man? All right, these are your Chinese herbs, just Tibetan herbs, okay? Same thing. If I blow that up for the pineal gland, you see? Y'all see that? Dungwai, Romania, for your iron phosphate, okay? Honeysuckle for the calcium sulfate or forsythia. Artemisia or rhubarb for the liver detox. That's if you're looking for a sodium sulfate, okay? We got all this information, bro. Okay, we got all this information, you guys. So all we did was just make it a more global understanding of how to heal ourselves. So our herbs are coming from all different walks of life, being able to provide all different walks of minerals and nutrition, being able to get you supplemental substance that you need within your body. And when you add that type of chemistry and that type of biology and that type of calculation to something like this system, I think it's going to spit out and has been spitting out the best products as far as health is concerned, the best products on the market. Okay, so don't underestimate the consultation. Don't underestimate the owner's manual. You want that first because that's going to give you your shopping list on you. And it ain't no need to keep on buying stuff if you don't know what to buy. So you might as well first get your shopping list, and that's going to come into the owner's manual. Okay, so if you guys are interested in that, you just let us know. Any other questions? All right, who do we get? Just ordered my herb short girl. That's what's up on YouTube. Can't see it, just to let you know. Yeah. I have a whole basket full of herbs. Okay, you got a whole basket full of them. You need to learn how to put them together. That's the whole thing about it. A lot of folks got a whole refrigerator full of food, but they don't know how to cook it. What herb or practice can help to naturally produce glutathione for cellular function? I mean, obviously glutathione, you can get that in the garlics, right? And you can do chewing garlic and stuff like that. It's got the glutathione in there. But the biggest thing is not about trying to go after those little words like that. Don't try to go after glutathione in that particular way. What you want to try to do is get you things that are missing in your stuff. See, the thing about it is you think you know that glutathione is the only thing, but there's other things that are causing issues to be happening. And again, we can know what, but it's about the why. Why is your glutathione a problem if that's a problem for you? You see what I'm trying to say? So my problem is to have a well-balanced understanding of life. So it ain't just about singing. Sometimes you're going to need to dance. It ain't just about dancing. Sometimes you're going to need to laugh. It ain't just about laughing. Sometimes you're going to need to cry. And so at the end of the day, it's this, am I getting this total release? Am I getting the balance? How many people have cried? When the last time have you, somebody come up on the chat, you guys keep tapping, I'll keep talking. I'm going to give y'all about 30 more minutes, okay? We're going to get up out of here at 6:30. So you guys keep tapping, I'll keep talking, okay? But let's get somebody up here on the live. Put me in the chat if you want to come up here and talk to your homie HerbMan. But how many of us, when was the last time you cried? When was the last time you danced? When was the last time you laughed? When was the last time you hung? And when you do these things, you guys will see where the deficiency is at, okay? Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Good morning.
Hey, what's going on with you? Good evening. I'm done. Look, I'm already 6:00 p.m. into your Thursday.
That's wonderful.
So I know today's gonna be a good day.
Thank you. Good day to you. Yeah. I would like to thank you so very much for all of your information. I was on here the other day with you. Mm-hmm. And the other young lady that was right before me, I realized I wasn't going to get an opportunity to talk to you. And it wasn't about the birthdays for me. It was more about the healing. So I really would just like to tell you, I am so appreciative. I'm pulling up your website right now, and I'm definitely going to be following you. Hey, you have no idea how you have lit my day up for me.
Hey, well, I appreciate you very much. That's the aim. That's the goal. So even if it's just one, we're appreciative because that's really what the attempt is to do, is be able to change the paradigm in which we're perceiving this thing. And if we can change one mind at a time, you change the world one person at a time. So we are absolutely ecstatic that you get it. You got it. Please stay tuned in, and we'll continue to keep teaching you and walking you through. If you ever get into any problems and you're interested in trying to figure out how to move through it, give us a call, DM us, whatever you need to do, get your owner's manual, and we'll help you through the rest of the way, all right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Peace. We appreciate you. Yes, man. We appreciate all the love, you guys. We appreciate all the love. People getting it. People get it. So again, how often have you laughed? Okay? And y'all can come up and answer these questions if you want to. Okay? Sing. Dance. Cry. And I can tell you where the problem is at. Yes, definitely. My favorite, this information gives me life. Anybody want to come up? When was the last time you laughed, sing, dance, and cry? And I can tell you the problem. And y'all, I know y'all ain't never seen this shit before. Motherfucker been do what? He been tell you about your life, and you been tell, yeah, because it's in a system. It's a system of things, okay? A system of things. Brain MSB influencer. They want to play the game. MSB influence. Come on up. You want to play the game. Hey, Life is Right. Welcome to the Life is Right. Okay. Welcome to the Life is Right. You guys keep tapping, I'll keep talking. You guys keep tapping and I will keep talking. Okay. MSB, you've been invited. You guys keep tapping and I will keep talking. MSB influence. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Hi, love. I don't know. I just popped in. I was
okay,
sitting outside,
so you
and I
want to
just
answer
figured
these
I had
questions?
to drop in.
That's
So
what.
I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about, to be honest. But I'm interested.
Okay, well then you finna know. When was the last time you cried?
On the 10th.
So how many days
October
ago?
10th.
How many days ago?
Oh, so that was 6 days ago?
6 days ago. When the last time you danced?
Yesterday. So a day ago.
1 day ago. When the last time you sang?
In the shower, so yesterday.
1 day ago. When the last time you act? When I say laugh, now we gotta get the laugh right. We ain't talking about no smiling and shit. We talking about laugh. You know what I'm talking about, like a good old laugh. When the last time you laughed? Now, a good laugh.
I mean, I was laughing yesterday, but I don't know if it was a good laugh. I mean, I laughed a good bit, but I wasn't on the floor.
I mean, you tell me. You keep it real with me. If you say it was a laugh, if you say it was a laugh, I'll put it down as a laugh.
I would say yesterday.
It was a laugh. Okay, gotcha. All right, so boom. Now here's the thing. Are you having any kind of health issues or have been having health issues? Don't tell me the health issue. Don't tell me the health issue. Just say yes or no.
No.
No health issues, right?
Well, I'm on a healing journey, so I would say then I was having health issues. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm just on the journey right now.
Okay, cool. So health issues, you want to know where they're coming from? Or you already think you know?
I mean, I have an idea, but I would love another perspective.
Hey, look, you want me to do it or you want, I'm going over here too. I'm hinting, but do you want to do it or you want me to do it?
No, you let me know. You tell me.
Over here, you already know. This is the problem. And water equals your emotional health department. Also, the water is going to be about what? Your skin. You could be having skin issues. Intimagumentary. We just told you that the water also is about your reproductive areas. So you could be having hormonal imbalances, PCOS, endometriosis, fibroid. We also just told you that the water was about your lymphatic system. You could be having sinus issues, mucus and acne and all that kind of stuff building up in your body because of this. You ain't crying enough. All right, let's keep it moving, you guys. I love you. Thank you for all your love.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, baby. I appreciate it. Peace. Yeah, so again, you guys, that's how easy it is, right? That's how easy it is. Okay. It's a system of things. Okay. It's a system. Nobody can just come up here and do this shit. You got to be confident in this. Okay. You can't just come up here and do what I'm doing without confidence. Okay. This ain't nothing to play with, but I ain't doing it like no astrologist. We ain't got to do it like that. We can have fun. We can have fun in our community. This is about community health. This is probably the best way to educate you and be a part of the community. Again, when you come to the retreat, everybody doing everything together. We're going to sing together, cry together, dance together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to create the experience to do it all together so that we can get into this gamma. And when we get into this gamma, we're able to cross over the River Jordan and bring back the information that we need from these states of trances. Okay, singing puts you in a trance, humming puts you in a trance state, and all this stuff allows you to go into your other mind, your gamma, your whole brain, and retrieve some of that misinformation, some of that misguidance, some of that stuff that you need in order to be able to get you over the hump. So if you're dealing with cancer and they can't figure it out, we can get you over here. You can bring back the answer for us. Hell, I can't figure out your problem, but I can get you to the place that can. Stop trying to depend on. I know who I am. This between you and yourself. I can get you to the gate, but you got to fight. Okay? You got to be the one to fight. I can just get you to the wall. I'm going to navigate you to where they're lining up at. And it's at the gate of your mind. And once we get you in there, you got to fight your way through yourself to get over here and get this answer for you can live forever. Otherwise, you'll die like the rest of us. You do all four every day, then I guess you'd be overstimulated. Yes, if you do all four every day, obviously you'll be overstimulated. Remember that the thing that we're trying to take away from the situation, well, if you do all four correctly, you shouldn't. But the thing that you got to understand is that we're not trying to promote over or hyperventilation. In all of these things, you must maintain to where you're doing a inhalation but the exhalation must be longer. Okay? So you're never singing until you hyperventilating. You're never dancing until you get out of breath. You're never crying until you can't control yourself. These are all control mechanisms to calm the body and get at a peaceful state. That's why I told you tears of sorrow will have you hyperventilating, but tears of joy, you can start to understand and control that better. So you got to get into this place of contemplation about life and being able to get here. But we must maintain this longer exhalation. That's why the ha and the laughing, and that's why the humming, and that's why the crying, laughing, crying, all do the same thing. When I laugh and when I cry, it's all the same things, all the same breathing rhythms, and all this is rhythm. Okay, so we're not trying to get sweating. This ain't a goddamn exercise. We're doing the opposite. We're trying to connect into our parasympathetic because we're trying to heal, and healing comes in the parasympathetic, not in the sympathetic. So these are for calming and for getting you over into your Holy Spirit, so to speak, your discernment, over into your intuition, over into this area that we need for you to do to navigate the problem, to solve the problem in your life. And so therefore, this is not a rushed, and this is not a physical thing. This is a spiritual thing. So this is more calming and soothing to your mind, body, and spirit. It's not to get you all riled up by any means, okay? I need to know how to control my breathing, okay? All you got to do is breathe in for 6 seconds and then breathe out for 7 seconds. That's all you do to control your breathing. Breathe in for 6 seconds through your nose. So inhalation is always through the nose. Exhalation is always through the mouth, right? So you breathe in through your nose and count 6 seconds, and then exhale with a hum and count 7 seconds. That's it. You just did longer exhalation than inhalation. Easy, 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 easy. Okay? Easy, easy. All right? But you see how easy that was, right? So again, how many of you guys, how often are you doing these 4 things? It's refreshing to see in ignorance, free zone, or happiness and health is the goal. Oh yeah, man, we appreciate that, Phantom. I don't know why they won't let y'all see some of these comments, man, but we appreciate you. Yes, I have COPD. Okay, so then we already know COPD is going to be where, right? In the air element. Okay, so COPD is going to be a deficiency of the respiratory, of the air element. So what's opposite of this? What can heal this that's opposite of this on this thing up here? Anybody know? Anybody know what's opposite of this? It's a positive, it's an air, and it's a respiratory issue. Then what is it that she needs to do? Okay. So yeah, somebody can say singing, but right now breath is the problem, right? There you go. Who said that? In indigenous thought. Y'all go follow indigenous thought. So the opposite of the air is the earth. So the recipe and the remedy for it is the earth. Okay? This is what you get in your owner's manual. Astrology today is telling you that fire is air and air go together. They are complementary, but they are not opposition that creates the proper charge. If you put 2 positive ends of the battery in your car, will it crank up? Yes, it's still a battery. You still got a car, but there's no charge. If you put a battery with 2 negative ends in your car, yes, you still have a battery. You still got a car, but there's no charge. The thing that creates the charge is polarity. The north and the south pole, the east and the west. Okay? So these things are creating polarity. And polarity is the recipe in the owner's manual. Okay? So some people would say the COPD is here and you need to go straight to it because it's the respiratory. Yes, that's where the problem is, but why? Probably because it doesn't have the proper balance. This is what we're doing, you guys. Okay? If you're interested in your owner's manual, please DM us. We'll get you the information that you need. Anybody else? Anybody else got any other questions? Let me get my water. Anybody else got any other questions? You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking. I told you guys once we get to 100K, we will start doing some of these exercises. Okay, but if we don't get there today, that's fine. I got about 18 more minutes with you guys. If we don't get to 100K today, that's fine. But we like to get to 100K every single time we come on. You seem like an amazing soul. Thank you, Buggy D Clown. Buggy D Clown, that's what we do, man. That's what we do. I just got here, but I want to know what's going on. I'm paying attention. We're teaching people how to heal themselves, baby girl. Okay? We're teaching people how to heal themselves with very, very little to no money. Okay? Very little to no money. So therefore, COPD, again, yeah, you will need some earth element herbs. We will get you all of those in your owner's manual. So if you're looking to cure that, DM me, and we'll get you the information that you need. All right? Oh, love. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? And so what I was asking, baby girl, was how often is it, when was the last time you've laughed or let's put this back up here. And then we can tell you where the problem is at, okay? We can tell you where the problem is at. So laugh, sing, dance, and cry. Who want to come up here and give it a try? Put some ones in the chat. Who want to come up here and give it a try? If you think I can't find out, I guarantee you I can. Put some ones in the chat if you want to come up here and give it a try. When was the last time? Hope Chantel, bring Hope Chantel up. Faith Alignment Coach. Okay, so we'll do these last 15 minutes. You guys keep tapping, I'll keep talking, and we'll just see when was the last time, okay? When was the last time I heard you say, Mother or Father, I love you? You gotta accept again. Can you bring Hope Chantel up? And user 29250, you also are invited. Yo, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you? Yo, user. Is the mic muted?
Okay.
Hope Chantel, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Yes. I am ready.
You ready to play the All right, now when was the last time you cried?
Let me look at my.
Well, I know you ain't got no calendar about no tears now. Yo, where you at? Her mic unmuted. Unmute your mic.
Saturday was the last time I cried.
So when was that? You gotta give me the days.
The 11th?
No, just give me the amount of days.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 6 days ago.
All right, 6 days. Oh Lord, you just like the last. When the last time you danced?
So, about 2 months. I ain't praise dance or nothing about 2 months.
60 days ago. Okay. When the last time you sang?
6 days ago.
6 days ago. Okay. And when the last time did you get a good laugh in? Now we ain't talking about smiling. We talking about laughing. You know what we talking about?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So 1 day ago. Okay. Now, have you been having any kind of health issue? Don't tell me.
Yes.
Just let me know. Have you been having them?
Yep.
Okay. So guess what? You see where it's at, right? You're not dancing enough. The earth element, okay? So that means that you can be dealing with stress and anxiety. You probably can deal with some bone issues, some arthritic issues. You could be having some blood pressure issues. So you got to watch out for the earth element is your digestive system, your bones, your skeletal system, and then also it's going to be your endocrine system as well. So that also can mean your thyroid and stuff like that. So you can have weight issues and all kind of issues, or metabolism is what I like to call it. Metabolism issues. Why? Because this is the one that you're not doing the most of. Okay, but when you do this going to give you grounding. It's going to bring you a little bit more body rhythm. So if you think about hormonal issues and stuff like that, it's just all about getting your body back into rhythm. And one of the best ways to do that is to dance, sweetie. So put more dancing in your schedule as you're doing the rest of the stuff, and you'll find you'll lessen a lot of those things that are happening to you from that earth element. That's if you're dealing with hormonal, digestive, or bone issues. Okay.
Yeah, that sound about right. I mean, that and my mother transitioned a year ago, so you know, when I was sitting here listening to your thing, I got my owner's manual. You was like, if you were like past 6, grief and depression. I'm like, oh shit, that's me.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So the thing about that though, that life path 6, so that's the air, right? So that's singing. But remember, we just told you what's the opposite of the air? Earth.
Oh shoot, shut up.
You need this.
I gotta get back to praise dancing. I don't know.
Because that's gonna help you.
I stopped 2 months ago.
Yeah, because that's gonna help you. It's something about the dancing that's gonna help you do what the other things have not been able to do quite yet, as far as freeing you up totally.
Yeah, especially from like I said, my mom, she transitioned a year ago in my arms from breast cancer. So that was a lot heavy on me. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm giving her baths. She died in the middle of me giving her a bath. And then I was in a really bad depression. And then I was sitting on my bed listening to you one day. And you was like, 6:33, you know, life path, you're going to be in grief, depression. I'm like, wait a minute, that's me. And I jumped up and I like kind of woke up that day. It was like back in February when I was listening to you. I got my owner's manual. I told my family. And I came outside because from September all the way to June, I wouldn't come outside. So it's like you kind of woke me up. So shout out to you for that. You played a factor.
Hey man,
but I'm gonna definitely I got your information for the thingy. I'm gonna join their membership, and then I'm gonna stop like playing with God. Like I know I'm called to be into herbalism and stuff like that. This girl offered me to do a juicing inside of her module with over 10,000 people, and I was telling her about you. So it was a community I got to put you into speaking in front of. I gotta just walk in my stuff and stop being obedient. I'm just, I'm fighting my flesh. My flesh.
Well, I mean,
I'm human, Urban.
Hey, look, we all are, but the thing is that you're again, as long as you're walking forward, you're walking toward the goal. So you just keep walking forward. It don't matter how slow you walk, just as long as you're walking forward. So don't worry about the speed. Just worry about the direction. And as long as you're walking in the right direction, don't worry about speed. You'll get there. Okay.
All right, thank you. Talk to you soon.
Peace. All right, who we got next on here? User 292. Unmute your mic. Okay, unmute your mic. User 292, unmute your mic. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Hi.
What's going on with you?
I am ready.
You ready for it? So tell me when the last time you cried.
I cried yesterday. I'm actually, I ain't gonna go into that. But yes, I cried yesterday.
We'll wait on it. Let's do this first. We'll wait on it. So you cried one day ago. When the last time you danced?
I went out last weekend.
Okay, so that was 7 days ago.
Does that count? Last weekend, yeah. So yeah.
Okay, 7 days ago. Okay, when the last time you sing?
I'm gonna say when I was out dancing, so 7 days ago too.
So 7 days ago as well, okay. And then when the last time you got a good old laugh in? I'm talking about one of them good ones too. We ain't talking about just showing teeth. We talking about when you looking ugly with that laugh. When the last time you did that?
Same night. Well, I went out with my friends, so I did a little dancing, singing, laughing. Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you been having any kind of issues as far as your health is concerned? Don't tell me what it is, but just let me know if it's yes or no.
Like physical health.
Yeah, physical health issues.
Not really, but I do have this reoccurring thing that seems to happen.
Okay, well don't tell me nothing, right? Okay, so now when we look on this board right here, which one of these are you not doing enough of? Because even though you did this in one setting.
Right, exactly.
Right? You did this in one setting. So you're seeing that you did this without the setting. So without this setting, you did this without this setting. So if you're doing this without the setting, you're probably doing this more often than these. Now, what's happening is if that's the case, then the fire is mental. Okay? So there can be some mental stuff going on as far as your life is concerned. Okay? I would think it's maybe a little bit of overthinking that's causing you to have some sleep issues. Okay? Now here is going to be the spiritual, right? The spiritual is there's you kind of in the fence of where you're going with what you want to believe. Okay, I don't think that's a big deal, but I think it's starting to bother you more. So again, right here, this can also cause problems with you if you're overthinking the mental. Then when you get here, you're kind of all over the place, and you're not necessarily having a solid foundation on really what you want to believe in and who you want to be and stand for. That can start to cause anguish. Now in the earth, so it ain't always in your body, it can just be in your life. You see what I'm trying to go with that? Now the other one here is physical. Now with the physical, it doesn't mean that you got a physical body problem, but what it is that you could be a little too consumptive with the materials. You could be a little too vain, a little too into materialism. That can be causing some other things too, because your ideals can come out of here because that's what matters to you. So if this is what matters to you, you'll be running a rat race and you can get a little too consumptive in this area, and you don't watch your health. You don't eat the right foods, fruits and vegetables. You kind of get willy-nilly to where you might go out there and drink a little bit of too much champagne or too much steak and too much this because you like the finer things in life. But the bottom line is that do this more, and even though this is good to do it every day and not just sometimes, so that you can start to mediate some of this mental fire, some of this spiritual thing you got going on, and then also some of this consumptive behavior. It'll start to allow you to be moderate and maintain, because what we don't want you to do is get over excessive in all this stuff. Because when you start doing this, that's what we call binging. So you binged that night, and when it got your laugh, you binged on the laughing, the singing, but then when you got back to life, it disappeared. We don't want you to binge on the weekend. We want you to do this every single day. Okay.
Is there any way? I'm gonna try to screenshot that real quick.
Oh, you want to screenshot? I'll move out your way.
Clock me on everything, especially like the mental part. That's why I said it's not so more physical, but the mental is definitely And then you said like the going into like I was raised a Jehovah's Witness, but I find myself coming more spiritual now. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I'm fighting myself with that. Yeah. And I'm a gamer. I do feel like I be on the game too much. So that explained like you definitely clocked all of it.
And so what I'm saying is because you're doing that, then you'll binge when you need to go get it. When you need to go get that healing, you binge that week. What I'm saying is just make it a part of your day, especially if you're gaming and you're doing stuff. Try to pull out about, I would say at least 40 minutes, right? And give yourself about 6 to 8 minutes each of doing it yourself, so that you don't have to be with friends, you don't have to binge. And then when you do that for yourself, whoo, girl, you finna turn into a powerhouse. But if you need anything, this is what comes. This is what also comes with your owner's manual. So if you need anything, holler at me, DM me, and we'll get you the information that you need. All right.
Okay. Can you just give me a little closer so I can screenshot?
Oh,
it's
to that.
Blurry back here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, you know that's my pens, man. I don't want these motherfuckers out right here.
Okay, that's better. I got it. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Peace.
Take care, King.
All right. All right, who we got next here? User 9. Unmute your mic. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.
Hey, HerbMan. I love talking to you.
Hey, what's going on with you? All right, so let me know when the last time you done did some of these things. Now, I see all y'all crying every day. Now, we're going to stop all this crying. But go ahead now. When the last time you cried?
I haven't cried in a long time. I can't even remember. I don't know, maybe like a month or two ago.
That ain't no long time, woman, but okay. 30 days.
Okay, well, 30 days, I think it is.
Yeah, 30 days. I mean, from what we're talking about, it could be, but trust me, that's That's shorter than most. Okay, and when the last time you danced?
I would say maybe about 10 days ago.
10 days. Okay. All right. Now, when the last time you sing something? If y'all a singing group, won't y'all sing?
Maybe 2 days ago.
2 days for the singing. All right. And then when was the last time you got your good old one of them good old Martin Lawrence laughing?
It's been a minute. Maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks for this, right? Okay. So now, are we dealing with any health issues? Don't tell me, just yes or no.
Definitely, yes.
Okay, so we know where they're gonna come out of him from, right? Okay, so you got 30 days over here. Remember that the water element is your emotional, okay, your emotional health department, right? So over here, your emotional health department, they're gonna oversee your lymphatic system. So if you're dealing with mucus, you're dealing with sinuses, you're dealing with acne, you're dealing with skin issues, you're dealing with reproductive issues, PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, menopause, anything reproductive, infertility, whatever, it's because of the lack of the bonding and the lack of releasing in the crying. And the other one that you have here is going to be the 2 weeks, right? So this is mental, okay? So this is the mental health. So we already know emotional health is something we need to work on. And then now we understand that the mental can also be there, okay? Now what happens here with the mental is that it lets me know you're very bright young lady, but there's some overthinking going on, right? Which is going to cause that restlessness, which is going to cause that moodiness, which is going to cause that sleep deprivation and things of that. So we know we need to come up on this right here. And then last but not least is going to be here, the physical, right? Now we understanding that there's some little some consumptiveness going on there, right? Some self-control issues, watching your self-control, making sure that you're not getting too materialistic, not too overwhelmed and stuff like that, because the earth is stress and anxiety. High blood pressure is here. Kidney issues is here. Low energy, lethargy is here. Bone issues is here. What else you got right here? The thyroid, the weight, all this stuff is here in the earth, okay? Now, obviously, we want to make sure we're doing this every day, but at the end of the day, dancing a little more, crying a little more, and laughing a little more is definitely going to get it. But here is going to be your main problem is in your emotional wheelhouse. Now, are you dealing with reproductive skin issues or any lymphatic issues?
Yes, you hit all those points. I've got a sinus infection right now and having some skin issues, acne, rashes.
You see? Now, how would somebody know all of this from singing, dancing, laughing? And it's because I'm just showing you guys what comes out of this system, okay? It's a system. I know the system, so it don't matter what we plug in. I'm going to tell every time how whatever it is that you plugging in and playing. But I'm just showing you guys that out of these things, we'll be able to do it. So now what's the opposite of the water, right? So the opposite of the water then would be to laugh, okay? So, so the opposite of the water would be to laugh, and then the opposite of the laugh would be to do this more. So it is going to be in these two things that you need to rev up. And just like it's showing right here, right? So you can see how these dates are almost lacking behind because they're what is going to balance each other out. So you're balancing out this a little bit better than you're balancing out your emotions and your mental health. And when you understand that, now you're going into it with being able to understand what. So what I'm saying is that if you do more laughter, you do less crying. If you do more crying, then you do less laughter. But it's all about a balance. So if I do them every day, and these tears ain't always got to be tears of sorrow. They can be tears of joy. Being just excited about where God is taking you, about where life is taking you, being content and being at peace with knowing everything in you. And that's what I'm trying to teach this stuff for, so that something can jump out of you to say that everything is okay, that there is a great design, and it just has to be a great messenger to understand the design.
Okay.
So that we can teach each other about our design is not built to die, it's built to go everlasting. You got another question? Go ahead.
Yes, all that makes sense, and you hit every point with every element. So as far as crying and laughter, I've been on your live for a little while, but can you suggest some things that can enhance more crying, or do I just need to do that automatically, or
so
look at a picture, a video?
Okay, so if you can't cry tears of joy, for me, I just focus on. So I'm like an actor in the movie. You say go, I cry on tap because I got some stuff to cry about. So for me, it's about, when I look at me, it's easy to cry. I'm in South Africa. I come from Carroll County, Georgia. I'm the only cat in my whole paradigm that went through the things that I went through, from the Navy to all this stuff. I got stuff to cry tears of joy about. Oh, but if I look at being locked up 15 times and being damn near death experiences and cat trying to knock my eye out and all these things, I can cry tears of sorrow. So it don't take a whole lot for me to conjugate up some tears when I think about this experience. And you shouldn't require a whole lot as well. But the thing is only do it so you can think about those things, or you will want to bond. So you will want to cuddle, or you will want to hug. So if you can't cry, then you need somebody to cuddle or somebody to hug it out with. And you want to do that for all of these. You want to do for at least 6 to 8 minutes a day and make it a 40-minute program. So you're going to do these 6 to 8 minutes, and then afterward, you're going to rest for 8 minutes.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
And then if you guys want to add something else to it, it's very therapeutic to do a salt bath, right? So you can do a baking soda, or you can do an Epsom salt bath or something like that, or a rock salt bath, right? Rock salt, Epsom salt, or baking soda salt bath after this, at least 24 hours after these things. And man, that's the ultimate cleansing. And remember, we're doing these outside. So if you can go outside and get your emotions going, fine. If you can go outside and dance, great. If you can go outside and sing, good enough. And if you can go outside and get some laugh on, that'll be better for you, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Peace. All right, you guys, that has been it for the HerbMan Show. We appreciate all the love, all the concern. If you guys are interested in your owner's manual, please DM us and we'll get you to the right place that you need to be. Look, you guys, this is not easy, but I'm letting you know there's nobody that y'all ever seen that can come up here and write, laugh, cry, dance, and then tell somebody about their life. So I love you guys, man. There's absolutely nothing y'all can do about it. Until next time, love HerbMan. Woo-say! Yes, sir! Yes, sir.